Cactuar, blast fireballs with Ifrit, or slice people up with Ragnarok. The game's basic strategy works like any other elemental-themed card game, so that water beats fire, fire beats plant, and so on. Each card can attack or defend from 4 different sides, so it ends up being a little bit of strategy and a little bit of luck. If you're bested by a rival, though, you can always go back to the main game and earn more cards, you can tweak your deck, or you can visit DS hotspots and download 3 rare cards from Nintendo download stations. All in all, the game's shaping up nicely. It's got a solid mix of style and simplicity, and the card battles are a great mix of strategy and fan service. Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo Tales hits retailers April 3rd. For more information on the single-player mode or the final review, keep checking IGN.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Letourneau. I'm the executive producer of My Sims, which is a brand new game for Nintendo Wii and Nintendo DS. What I'm going to show you first is Create a Sim. This is where you will create your character to take into the game. We wanted Create a Sim to really feel tactile, fun to touch. The Wii allows you to kind of interact with the screen in a way that video game consoles have never done in the past. And so we really wanted to embrace that feeling of really easy, fun to touch. So you click right on the character to change different attributes of them. Or my favorite is just hitting the random button, taking your chances. You never quite know what you're going to get. So once you come out of Create a Sim, you're going to appear in the player's house. So as you can see, it's still a Sims game. Lots of furniture, and all the furniture is usable by the Sims you create. So there's a whole town to explore, and as a player, what you're going to be doing is building the town. So when you start out, it's just you, and it's kind of a rundown town. There's only a few people living here. But as you play through the game, you're going to encourage new residents to move in, and then you'll build their house and actually set them up for business. So the player will actually be building out each one of these locations. You help the people move in, you help them set up their businesses and their homes, you build their furniture, and so everything you see here is actually built by you, the player. You're actually creating all of these things, from the building on down to the furniture inside. And then you get to know the people around the town. You can socialize with them just like any good Sims game. So you're going to be encouraged to invite new people to move in, get to know them, fulfill their tasks so that you can ultimately build the town of your dreams. But it gives you an idea of the creative landscape the player has and what they'll be able to do in building out the town. So each player's town is going to be unique. You're going to be able to look at it, you're going to be able to show it to people and say, hey, look at my town. Look how it's different than yours. We also hope that one of the things that's really cool about it is it's really easy to use the tools, use these creativity, experiences, and hopefully, kids will be encouraged to hand the controller to their mom and say, hey, mom, make a sim, or make a building, or make a piece of furniture. And that what we've seen certainly with the Wii is that it's kind of a family system. People are using it together, and we definitely hope that people will get that feeling with My Sims as well.
This is Chris, kicking it at the TMNT premiere. Jess is on vacation, so I pulled host duty. Anyway, stick around for a little slice and dice action with the cast and crew of TMNT. Been a crazy journey for you. How's it been with the first feature?
With the first feature film, it's just been insane. This is like, we did this in a basement in Encino, and now all of a sudden it's all this, and we're outside of the Man's Chinese Theater, and there's like 300 photographers or something. It's crazy. It's been this thing that's lived on our computer for so long that you forget that, all these people all of a sudden get a chance to experience it, which is just great. It's so great.
How does this fit into the Turtles mythology up to this point?
Well, we paid very close attention and worked very closely with Peter Laird because there are certain things that we will not even change, that Peter would said, these are the rules, and we said we will follow the rules and we'll stay within the lore and the mythology, and we're not going to try to reinvent the wheel here, but we have to contemporize the story, and that's what I think we've done.
How did you learn with the bow staff?
Well, the bow staff took a lot of very specific training for Donatello. I found that my thumb fingers became very active in learning how to twirl, use the staff to grab and throw, and for gaming purposes, it became a very huge workout for both of my thumbs and occasionally a bumper and trigger finger. So the training was very intense. I have muscles where I never thought I'd have them under each thumb and index finger. Incredible.
So you're a gaming fan, obviously.
Gaming freak, yeah, pretty much.
Right on. So have you played the game?
I actually have had some hands-on time with an early build of the game, pretty close to the final build. I think the game's probably gone gold by now. I think it's coming out next week. The gameplay, it's a lot of fun. It uses the Prince of Persia engine, which I'm sure you guys already know. And so there's going to be a lot of the wall running, a lot of the great graphics as you're fighting, a lot of the same slow motion effects that you saw in the Prince of Persia games, but with a unique turtle look, of course. And the environments look really good. I'd read some stuff I forgot what site I read on. They're worried about because it might have been a port of an earlier version or maybe a lower res version, it wasn't going to look as good. Don't believe it. It looks really good. And if you're a button masher, you'll like it. If you're a Turtle fan or if you just like to play games, you're going to like the game. It's a lot of fun. And it looks beautiful.
Okay, so here's the real question. Are you downloading the old Turtles game on Xbox Live?
Did it Wednesday when it actually went live on the arcade. Already done.
And I thought it was a video game. I had no idea. Because I know they have the Ninja Turtle series, and I knew it wasn't that, because that's a non-union series that they do, and can't do that. And so I went in, and I remember seeing Kevin Michael Richardson. And I remember seeing these guys that have worked quite a bit, and I'm like, it's a video game. And I went in, did my thing, and gave him a little of the Raphael, and then it's like 2 weeks later, they said, okay, they're going to record this. And they sent me this script. And I called my agent going, is this a movie? And I at first had no idea how big of a gig I had landed.
How much pizza was consumed during the making of this movie?
There was a lot. There was a good few dozen a week, I would say. And that's just late nights. And so it's good. I think after today, we'll maybe take a little break from the pizza.
It's funny, we're all exactly like our characters. Nolan's like the tough guy. I saw Nolan the other day, and I went to go give him a hug. He goes, no touching, no touching. So he is the no-nonsense Raphael. James is our leader. He's Leonardo. And Mitchell being Donnie, it's almost perfect. So I just had to go in and say dude a lot and make some jokes, and it was easy for me.
Was your voice actually used in the game, the Ubisoft game?
Come on, man. First of all, I've voiced other games before, but when I heard they were doing the Turtle game, it's like, well, they might use us, guys. Of all the things I do, I want to voice my own movie. I've voiced other people. I want to voice me. So when I came into the session, I was like, I don't know if I can match that guy from the movie. I'll try. Yeah, so it was actually fun trying to imitate myself from the film. Yeah, we did the game, and it came, you'll hear a lot of it. You get to choose which character you want to play as. You can play as one of the four of us. You have to unlock us as you go along. But I had to play a lot of the demo myself to finally get to me. A little self-serving, but, I had to go through the other guys to get to me, and it was all right. I didn't mind.
Why, since they're like anthropomorphic turtles and they carry weapons, why do they mask their identities?
I don't know. That's a good question. It was funny. We actually wanted to have a couple of scenes where they actually take their bandanas off, and it was incredibly creepy to look at, and we just actually ran out of time to do it. So if we do a sequel, maybe we'll do the unmasking of the turtles.
If they hit you up for another project, would you be on it in a second?
Oh, totally. I'd be on it in half a second. I'm already thinking about Turtles 2. Yeah, absolutely.
Heads up, dude!
Guys, front door's open now!
2 minutes for high sticking! Dudes, that rocked! Let's go again!